We are going to learn about Java. This is Ankita. We are going to learn about Java is like it is one of the programming language that is basically used for development of various softwares. Now we have already learned various other programming languages like C and C++. Due to the drawbacks of all those languages, Java is being generated. It is one of the fully object-oriented programming language that was developed in Sun Microsystem in USA by James Gonsling. And Java is basically designed for the development of electronic devices like TV, PCR. The basic aim of Java was to make to make the language simple, robust, portable, and highly reliable. This language is used for internet and internet applications. Coming over here, you can see it is a third programming language. It's both a programming language as well as a platform. Platform, we mean it's a combination of both hardware and software. This is a language for internet and internet application. It is write once and run anywhere. What do you mean by that? You can write the code once and run on any of the operating system or any of the machines. Now coming on the history, in 1990 the Sun Microsystem developed this software to manipulate custom electronic devices. In 1991 it was given the name as Oak. In 92 Green project team by Sun demonstrated the application of new language to control home application devices using handheld devices. Now in 1993 World Wide Web appeared on internet and transformed the text-based internet into the graphic-rich environment. In 94 the web browser was developed and it was known as Hot Java and to locate and run applet based programs on internet. Applets are the small programs that basically run on internet. For that you require internet. In 95 Oak was named as Java. Netscape and Microsoft announced their support to Java. Then in 96 Java was one of the most popular programming language and on internet, as well as it was one of the fully developed object oriented programming language. Now coming to the features, why we are using this Java. First is it is a very simple language. Simple in the sense it doesn't use pointers, it doesn't use header files, and it doesn't have go to statement, and all these 3 points make it very simple. Next is object oriented. That means all the data and functions they reside within the objects and classes. It's a high performance language. The bytecodes are interpreted which are very slow. Coming to the concept of bytecode, what is a bytecode? Basically in Java there are three things. First is the source code, then bytecode and machine code. Source code is the code that we write in Java, which is basically then converted into bytecode. Bytecode is the language with the machine understand. It is in the form of zeros and ones. So over here the bytecodes are interpreted which are very slow. The Java performance is impressive. Okay, so that's why we use it. It is very secure because there are no pointers over here. That's why there is no memory. The program basically cannot gain access to the memory location. No virus can communicate with the applets. Architectural, Java architecture is designed to reduce the overhead during the runtime. Next is portable. Portable again means the bytecode generated by the Java compiler can be implemented on any machine. Then come robust. Robust Java provides safeguard to ensure the reliable codes. It has strict compile time and runtime, and it handles the concept of exception handling, that is error. Slowly we will be learning about all of them. Then is dynamic. Dynamic again is related to it can run on any machine anywhere. Multi-threading, it handles multiple tasks simultaneously. One need not to wait for one application to finish and before beginning another, and due to this feature it improves the performance. Next is distributed. Distributed means basically this language is basically platform independent. Java programs can be easily moved from one PC to another, and Java applets move from one remote computer onto a local system via internet and executed locally. So these are the basic features of Java. Coming to what is the basic thing required for running a Java, that is JDK, that is known as Java Development Kit. It is basically a collection of tools that are used for developing and running Java programs. Over here in the diagram you can see there is the Java Development Kit, And over here the Java runtime environment, that is JRE. This is very important because it consists of Java virtual machine plus the library classes and the dev tools. Over here you can see applet viewer, javac, java, java p, java h, java doc and jdb. Coming to all of them, first is the applet viewer, that is used for viewing the applet. Javac is Java compiler. Java is only the Java interpreter. Java P is Java header files, or we can say the dissembler. Then Java H is Java header files. Java doc is basically that is used for creating HTML document, and next is JDB, that is Java debugger. Coming to the next, there is Java virtual machine. This is very important. Over here I have already told you, for running a Java code, Java virtual machine is required. Already before I told that it is a very important component of a Java architecture. What is the role of this is to convert the byte code to the machine code. Over here you can see the Java code is there, which means the code written in the form of Java. The Java compiler basically converted into the 0 1s form, and this 0 1 form is further converted through JVM, and it's sent to the various devices like Mac, Windows and Linux. Again, in this diagram you can see the Java source file. Through compiler we get class files, and the class files, through the help of Java virtual machine and the interpreter, they go to different operating systems in the form of machine codes. Now over here, Java software development kit. The Java software development kit basically consists of various directories that hold all the important developing and testing tool. First is bin directory. Bin directories basically provide essential tool for developing and testing programs. Demo directory basically consists of many demo or small codes of application and applets. Include all the header files. JRE is the running. For running any Java program, JRE is needed, as I already told you. Then lib directory, it consists all the library and supported files. Then over here, the structure of Java. For writing any code or any language, there is some structure. Over here you can see the documentation section. This is the very important part, because this line or this particular thing is written in the form of comments, and over here we tell what is the code all about, so that in future we can, if we want to reference what we have written, we can read it to it. Then the package statement, we can generate our own package. In import statement, we can import the other classes or other packages, same like how we use it in C and C++, like header files. Then interface statement, then class definition, then inside the class main method, and then main definition. In Java, everything is made in the form of classes and objects. Everything whatever we will write will be in the form of class, and inside the class we will declare the methods or objects or whatever. Slowly we will be learning about all of them. Now over here I have shown a small structure how you will declare the class. We will write class and the class name. Over here I have written the class name as P. The most important thing is the class name should always begin with capital letter. Then opening braces, then is the main line public static void main string args, like same we use it in C, like main method. Now over here public is a specifier that declares the main method as unprotected and make it accessible to the other classes. Static, this declare the method as one that belongs to the entire class. Void is a main method that does not return any value. Then main is a method. String args is that declare the parameter name args. Over here again you can see string is a class starting with capital, and args is a variable name which contain array of object of class type string. Then output line system.out.println. System is again a class starting with capital S. Dot out, inside the class there is a method of out that print the output, and inside that there is a method println that print the output in a new line, and whatever we will write down in the double quotes, that will print as it is on the screen like Java. Over here I have shown you a small program, like I have to print my name. So I will write down class name. Class name can be anything followed by brackets. I have written name public static void main, and inside that brackets are opening. I will write down system.out.println in double quotes whatever you want to print. I have written my name because I want to print my name. So Ankita and brackets closing. So the output will be Ankita. This is the way you will write down the code. This is the very first video of the Java in giving you the basic overview. In the next video we will be learning about Netscape and its various data type and how to run the code on NetBeans. Thank you.